So, a lot of people ask me about this animal and creature, whatever, and a lot of people seem still to be really surprised when they see it. This is called an axolotl, and you can Google it, you can look on YouTube and everywhere. It's really like everywhere, maybe because I searched for it earlier. I've had two different ones before. I have a very old video with the different ones, but this one is an albino, so it looks a little bit more whiter or transparent or whatever, neutral. And they kind of feed on worms actually, and they come from Mexico, and their eyes are really bad, so they barely see something. So this is the time for feeding, and that's why mine is like near this place where I usually throw the food. I used to have food that looks like worms, that looks like worms or whatever, but now I just have a different one that looks a little bit more normal to everyone. And yeah, this animal comes from Mexico. It's a salamander, which means it can both live under the water and on the surface. This one actually barely goes up to breathe, but from time to time, I mean. But the other ones, some of them probably prefer the surface more. I had other ones in the other videos, and they preferred the surface, it seemed like. The great thing about this, a cool fact about them, is that they could actually lose, in case they lose any part of their body, they could just regrow it. So, and scientists are looking into that because they want to know how to regenerate limbs and so on. So when I had two of them, I have a video with the older kind. When I had two of them, I put the food in the middle. The first 15 minutes I owned them, and then one of them bit off the limbs of the other one, and I was kind of, I panicked a little bit, and I thought, whoa, the first 15 minutes, this is what I get. And I called the guy who sold them to me, and he said, don't worry, they will regrow again. So now it's moving a little bit, and I think it's feeling the food, but as you can see probably already, the eyes are almost non-existent, and I think with time they would just, like with many years in the future, hundreds of years probably, they would just completely disappear because they rarely use them. Actually, they do feel vibrations through the red things that you see near whatever should be the ear or whatever it looks like. And actually they feel vibration through them, a little bit like reptiles in general, but just ones in water. So what I think is, because I'm standing here, this is he's trying to look at me in a way and maybe wants food, but I just gave it some food, so I was hoping that he could just go and eat it right away, but apparently I was late feeding it and it's standing there waiting for me, or maybe just being social, I have no idea. But I'll try to take another video when it's already feeding or eating. So it's an aquarium in general, a normal aquarium for reptiles, and I put some fake, there is some fake plants just to give it some decoration or whatever, and some environment to live in. And there are of course other small things in the aquarium. I'm working on it, so it's still not super great, but they are kind of cool. They don't require a lot of attention, a lot of things. So if you don't really feel you want to have responsibility and you just want to have a cool pet looking like, then I think this is a really good choice for you. They're not really expensive, but they have almost no defense mechanisms, I think, and they are really not hard to keep at all. You just feed it, and that's it. You clean the aquarium from time to time, and you put more water with time because it evaporates, and that's it. And now I think it's moving, so probably towards the food, I hope so. Let's see. For a few more seconds, trying to come up with everything, but it's not moving, sadly. So that's it. You can look at the other videos when I feed others. As you can see now, I just threw the the food inside. With the other ones I used to have gloves, and because they were really new and I didn't know how to handle them, so I was kind of scared they would just bite or something, but they're not really super dangerous at all. They would just probably attack or something. They don't do it to me, but I don't put my hands either inside normally to touch them, so this is it. Okay, move, move, move. Let's move. So yeah, they're about like this size, and they live around between 8 and 15 years in average. And yeah, you could have 2 or more in the same place, and I've been seeing them now more often in the aquariums. They're different colors, like grayish, and then this one is kind of neutral and a little bit more to the a darker pink as well, but these are the colors they exist in. Yeah, that's eating, as you can see. It just attacked some smaller pieces, and it's moving looking for food as well.